Welcome to Into the Desert, where we'll be having conversations about relevant issues with respect and without finger pointing. If you'd like to join the conversation, please fill out your comments below, but remember to keep it respectful. We would like to foster conversation and not division. Did you choose? Choice. The ability to make a decision. It is that quintessentially human characteristic. Much of who we are as individuals are the choices we make. In many ways, we are defined by our choices. But a growing question is, can we even make a choice? The question is not, can you choose everything? Supporters of free will accept that not everything is a matter of choice. You cannot jump off a building and decide if you are going to fall. That choice is constrained by natural law, in this case, the law of gravity. Many of our choices are constrained in one fashion or another. You may choose to vacation in Paris, but you will have to settle for someplace cheaper if your budget does not permit it. Virtually all choices have some degree and number of constraints. The question of free will asks whether or not, after all the constraints, is there any room for choice left? Perhaps the best way to understand the question is to imagine that you encounter a genie at the end of your life who will grant you a wish. You choose to have a second chance to live your life again. Of course, you will not know you are living it a second time. Still, you will have a chance to redo all the decisions you made and hopefully correct some of the bad ones, without undoing the good ones. The question for us is, could anything change? Could you make different choices? Or will your life unfold exactly as it did before? If determinism is true, and the mythical genie grants you a second chance to live your life, there would be no more ability to change the outcome than when you watch a movie with an ending you do not like. In short, according to determinism, you have no more ability to affect the choices you will make in the future than you can change the choices you think you made in the past. Both are equally out of your control. Can this be correct? Consider a rock coming loose due to rain. It falls down the hill, bouncing here and there until it reaches the bottom, where it strikes and kills George, who happened to be walking at the bottom of the cliff. Now consider someone picking up a rock and killing George. Why do we consider these to be different types of events? The first event is a tragedy. The other is murder. The second is murder because the person chose to pick up the rock and use it as a weapon. Still, what does this sentence mean if there is no choice? In our normal understanding, the presence of choice in the person and the lack thereof in the cliff separates these two. Yet, there is no difference between the two events if determinism is correct. Both are nothing more than the interaction of the laws of nature. Even if true, determinism fails because it is completely unworkable and is ultimately absurd. Things will be what they will be, and we are just passengers along for the ride with no say in the matter. Determinism can have no impact on us or what we do. Thus, it can be ignored. This last line of reasoning brings us to an important consideration. Any view of reality, to be viable, must be livable. It must explain the world around us in a way we can put into practice, a view that we can use to understand our lives. It is useless if it does not do that. Thank you for listening to Into the Desert, exploring the wilderness of thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe and put your comments below. Remember, be civil. We want to foster discussion and not division.